So now I'm starting to be a bit more challenging because I don't like going ladders and heights. So I'm trying to now get some cladding at the top here, and I have to cut pieces for this, so it's not going to be great, but just trying to get a bit up and getting a screw in at the moment. Let's just start off so Matt just going around the corner. Don't know what I'm going to be doing around the windows, but we'll see how far we get. Just want to get these top 3 bits on first. So there we go, I've just done the top 3 layers of wood, which takes me to the top of the windows. I've ordered the Perspex cutter, so I'm going to try and cut the Perspex and just seal in this side to make a double glazed unit, then clad around, and also I can make some sort of window sill from in here. Then I'll have to clad in between and just do a bottom row. Wait till I picked up the kitchen unit, and then probably measure out some tiles, stick on tiles or some sort of tiles to go on there to go with the kitchen unit. We're getting there. I'm trying it myself. I've also ordered a hot air gun for paint stripping, glue stripping, vinyl stripping, everything else. I thought, well, I'm going to be doing it myself. I've got to invest in it, don't I? Obviously saving hundreds of pounds by doing it myself. So let's get the tools and have a go. So just waiting for the settee to be moved out and put the bed in next. That's dried nice, that yellow actually. It's just a light bamboo colour, it's just off the natural colour. If you can see this, but I've got the settee halfway out. Matt just waited, just waiting for the charity shop now to bring my bed base, put it in, and bring the settee into the bungalow. Exciting times. So I don't know if you can see this, but there we go, we've got a storage divan, just an old one, and the mattress on top. And what I'll do is I'm going to get the cushions from caravan cushions I've got to make a bit of a back to it, and that'll become a day bed. The headboard's the wrong way around, but they've got a couple of drawers. I don't know if they work or not, I hope they work. I know I've taken the casters off, they probably won't work, but we'll work something out for that. There we go, just got to get some handles on the front of the drawers so they can pull in and out. I think they still work without the casters on the feet. One bed. Yay. Here we go, bed's in. You can see what it's going to be like when we get cushions around the back. Perfect length, space for a wardrobe here. Cats were jumping on it before I'd even made it. We'll get some different bedding. I've got obviously my beautiful green blanket to go over the top of there. But the cats are happy, I'm happy. Hopefully we'll get a decent sleep tonight in here. Yay! This is the state of Bentley's face and his eye. It's a lot better now. He had he's been in a fight. He had a Bentley boo-boo. He had an abscess on the front, and then he also had his eye was swollen and shut. This is why I thought he was ill. Whether it was not from a fight. And a couple of days ago we found a big swelling of abscess on top of his head here. So that finally got released, didn't we? His eye was able to open, and they were in the healing stages, and he's feeling a lot happier, but he was in so much pain and hidden away, weren't you? And we didn't know what it was. You will get in these fights, won't you? So he's in a bit of the war wounds at the moment, but it's the first time he's come up to me like this, and we couldn't even touch his head. So yeah, He had the last of Connie's pain relief, bless him. And the problem is, everybody knows how bad it is to have an abscess. But the whole of his left-hand side of his head and his eye was just swollen. And he just hid away. I couldn't get near to him or anything, could we? Hey? But yeah, sort of had to grab him when he came in for food and give baths, give his head baths and washes. And then it finally burst. No, you're a good boy. Let me do that. But he's in a bit of a mess, aren't you? Hey, you've been defending your property, hey? But you know, he's a pro there. He's left two natural devices. I don't intrude with him. You can see there's a hole there as well over his eye. One burst. The only thing I do with him is I give him his Advantage, because he has some sort of flea allergy or something in his coat that all his skin just goes lumpy, bumpy. And I found that if I treat him, obviously I've got to treat them all for fleas. Treat him with the flea allergy treatment, it doesn't happen. So that's the expense that he has. But it's just typical, when all this happening all at once with all the other ones sort of having issues. Connie though has been great. That's cheap. Connie's in there somewhere. Came and drinking dirty water. Connie is eating better. She'll be a lot happier. So you never know. Maybe she'll get better around in all this spray, can't we? Mischief is glands gone. Then obviously if that's a sign for the calcivirus, the glands to be up. Then obviously that's just her low defences, and she's fine otherwise. So hopefully she'll be okay. Okay, I'm on touch wood at the moment. There's nothing wrong with him. Apart from obviously mourning his sister. He's not been the same since, but we're getting there slowly. He's bonding with Mischief well. Right, look at the state of you. Look at the state of your place. Eh, you good boy, feel better? Well, we'll get some attention. Eh, we'll get some attention, you're feeling better? Good boy, yay! So I've just picked up this beautiful custom made pine dresser drawers. I think it's solid pine and oak or something like that. To go alongside the back of the bed. And there's just enough room left here so I can put my frame in to put the wall and the door in there. It's really, really nice. Also I was going to go for a wardrobe, but they had no storage in the wardrobe. And this is just beautiful, solid drawers, solid wood. I can get some clips on the end, bolts on the end to stop them opening in transit. I've just put 4 screws and washers to stop it falling. And I think that is absolutely beautiful. So the next few items have arrived. We've got a hot air gun, paint stripper thing, acrylic cutter for the plexiglass, and a glass cutter. So guess what my next jobs are going to be. So I've just been having a go with my hot air gun. Soon taking the stripes off. The black ones come off really easily, you can peel them, but the grey and the pink you've still got to scrape. It's a little bit easier because obviously it makes it a bit hotter and they melt off a bit, so it's easier to scrape, but it's still a scraping job. It's so old, but we'll get there. So I've just bought some more matching curtains. Oh, Connie, don't jump on me, I've got nothing on my top. Right, to go across the cab windows. I'll just put the bar up high. It's not really about getting them to fit properly or anything. It's just so that when I'm in here going to the toilet, I can obviously just draw them across the cab so nobody can see. I've gone for the longer depth rather than shorter, because they can be used elsewhere, or even on these windows here. Obviously the bar is a bit high at the moment. I can have the bar down here, but then they drag on the floor. So I'll probably put these on these side ones, and I've got some shorter ones coming that were going to go on these, but it works on the bar. So I say that's just a bit of discretion curtain at the moment. Obviously they match all these green ones that I've got through the lorry, shall I say. So I say that's just something to pull back and forwards. That pole was the one that was going across the back doors, because I'm not going up in that bed at the moment. I've just gone up high and just got them out of the way. We'll forget what to do with them properly later. But it's a nice affordable curtains. Like I say, right now, so I can come in here, I've got a blanket up at that window. I just come in and have a bit of discretion. I've just been practicing doing this bit of acrylic, the original stuff, the stuff that's like glass and the shutters. I've split it a bit. I think I cut it slightly too big. I've tried wedging it in, and it had a bit of a bulb at the top. So I've just been hitting down the side, just tried to chop off the bits of glass that didn't actually break when I cut it. And you can see bits have been breaking off. And this big bulb at the top, it's just had a crack go through there. But if I got probably smash it again. I'm just literally hitting it in, and it's so wedged in now, I can't get it out to do anything with it. So apart from that crack there, that is actually, because there's no glass behind here, this is the missing piece. That actually means we've got a bit of daylight now. I wish I can seal that in, or I can put another piece in there, but for now, that's not going anywhere. So we have a bit of daylight coming in. This is the first time I've actually had a window working, so I can't help the crack, and it's just so, it's just like glass, you can't sort of bend or anything like it, and I don't know what I'm doing. I'm trying to sort of bash it in, but also trying to get it out. I can't get it out, I can't move it. It won't go out, and all I'm doing is just bashing the edges, and of course then it starts shattering. So I may just leave it as it is. Just doing some sort of job the cats can't get out anyway. So one day, obviously I haven't opened the package to see what the plexiglass is like, but this stuff is a nightmare. I'm hoping it's not the same as this. I mean, I've got a cutter in that, but it just doesn't cut. You still got to try and sort of bend it and kick it and make it, all you're doing is really scoring it. Shame that's got a crack there, but yeah, put a bit of super glue in there or something, or a bit of sealant. But at least I have some light in here. I'd say it was sacred like 20-30 quid for the sheet of plexiglass. I don't mind having a go myself, and if I go wrong then somebody else can do it later. And obviously you can put like, fit the windows from either side actually. I mean, this has been, Liam put this too close to the windows, we can't take them out anyway. So we can always put another bit of plexiglass in from outside, where you can see the guides are actually on from the outside. So we can always put something else in there, or again do the same as what I'm doing on the inside, on the outside, and just block it all off. But a nice little play to finish the night off. Like I say, I've got a bit of daylight. I already got a cracked screen on my phone, well smashed. Just when I've got a screensaver, I just threw my phone in the bloody van. So I'm not going to have much phone left soon. Another expense. Anyway, so I've been doing this morning. I've got my plexiglass out. I measured the size I needed, and I've been using this bit of metal to lean against it, acid on a line, put it on the wall, and I've used the cutter to score it, and then I've actually just sawn it, and that's actually worked really well. So there's the saw I just used. And after yesterday's mistakes of getting things wedged in and not cleaning the window or anything, I've just been cleaning the window here. So you can see this is the broken bit. Obviously this can be, you can put things in from the outside later if need be. All I'm doing is basically securing this section here and putting plexiglass in like a double glazed unit, and I'm just going to seal it in. So what I did last night, I didn't get around to clearing the window, I cut it wrong, it's all smashed up and everything. It's just wedged in, it's got a split, it's just wet in there. I'll do another piece for that later. I've learned from my mistakes. And this one I've just cut out to size. So I'm just going to see, hopefully I left a bit more room this time. So, there we go. I'm just going to put it in place. I'm just going to get some sealant and just seal around the edges, and that can just be in place for a nice bit of temporary window. At least I've got light coming in. Just got to get a sealant gun now and put something around the edge. Obviously this can all be replaced and everything later, but at least I'm able to do something myself, and then I carry on getting on with the cladding and everything around the windows. And I mean, I'll have 2 windows of daylight. Yay! I don't believe my luck. I had some reduced tubes of silicone and everything else, and one was a window sealant. So of course I've never used a cork gun before in my life, so I had to Google how to take the old one out and put the new one in. But look at that mess. The reason why it was reduced is when you're going to put it in, all the back explodes. So I just spent all this time getting it out with a flipping knife and my finger to put the something around here just to hold this in place. And you can see I can't get in the edges with my finger or anything else. So while that's being held in place, I'm going to go get another one out now. Hopefully it's not broken, and have a go at sealing around this hole here. So obviously it's not going in the back, it's held it in place anyway, but I mean obviously that will solidify hopefully. But it's like I can't even learn to do things because everything's going against me. On top of that, my phone's all smashed up. That just sort of fell out of my hands down the blinking lorry steps. But I'm having a go. But at least, you know, it's not exactly right, but I've got 2 windows. And that's better than a bit of plastic carrier bag over the window, isn't it? And we've got daylight coming in. So I'm just going to keep bodging this, and at least it's something. Like I say, at least I can then carry on working around the wood around and get the kitchen unit I've got to pick up on Tuesday. But, oh, you know, bodged up city. Look at this. So now I'm trying another sealant thing. I'm trying to get it in. And the handle's broken on me. I think I'm going to order another cork gun and just give up on this today and hope the windows don't fall out. Oh God. I've got 3 windows now. This one's still working. It just dropped down. It's still complete, but that will drop down when we're driving along. But at least I can shut it up so cats can't escape. So I've got to try and get that screw out and then start cladding in between these 2, and then I can put those 2 units onto this section here, and this will have to be emptied tomorrow and go out of the lorry so I can go and pick up my Stag 6-foot unit. Sideboard I'm going to turn into a kitchen. So yeah, try and get done with some more cladding. Be a bit more productive today. See, everything else is falling apart and breaking on me. So now I'm using my last bit of cladding just to come down these centre things. I'm keeping it even. I'm going to not do one and not the other. So I'm just going to do see how far I get. I know I've got a tiny bit more cladding inside the bungalow from before. But so if I just try to get to the bottom of these windows, and I'll see that, and maybe one long length. Well, maybe not even that. I might just harder that. I just need to see how far I can get, and then we'll try to get things stained maybe, and then we can obviously start working on the kitchen. Right, so I have run out of Tongue Groove now, of the lot that I bought, so I've done really well to have done this side, finished that side, and done the tops of the windows. I think I may have a couple of pieces left, like I said, from Destiny, so I might just do a couple more lines. But what I need to do right now is to get this painted with the wood stain, and move, like I say, those 2 over. Then I can obviously get that wall stained. I need to get this stained, so like I say, this unit's going out, and I'm fingers crossed picking up a beautiful Stag, dark wood Stag sideboard from, I think it's Chesterfield, Huddersfield, one or the other, on Tuesday. So I need to pull this out, do whatever I can now, and then decide what's going on in the back. Obviously we've got to have holes drilled in the bottom to connect up wood and things like that, and then the floor. So all this area is going to be left. I've still obviously got to build this back area. But as long as I can get this top bit done, I mean, ideally I should really be painting the ceiling, but I don't know what's happening over that yet. And that's not really important just yet. I don't want to get paint everywhere. So if I can pull this unit out and get some wood stain on here so I don't mess up the unit when that's in, that might be an idea to try and get that done today. And then I'll see if I can find some more cladding and carry on down. But I need to get this wall dyed first. Well, that's a stroke of luck. I've just found nearly 2 packs of 8-foot cladding. So I'm gonna carry on down with that and see how far we get. Obviously I know I was going to tiling, but I presume we can do that over the cladding need be. But I may just leave it as, if I can remember rightly, I think the stag sideboard's got a bit of a rim on the back. Anyway, I'll clad and see what happens. Well, actually they weren't 8-foot lengths, they were 10-foot. So I've literally got to take 7 centimetres off, and I've got 4-length panels. Isn't that smart? That's a stroke of luck, wasn't it? So this should be quite easy if I can get them all stuck in there to panel down the wall. It's looking good. Right, I'm going to stop in doing this. It's so hard doing a full length and it's not good quality, it's breaking, they're not fitting into each other. And obviously doing it upside down when you're going up, you know, going upwards, downwards and upwards, it's going to support it, it's quite difficult. I'm going to get this painted and then what I might do is actually do the other lengths upright like on this wall, so it ties in and a bit of contrast. Obviously it's kind of a log burner and it just might make a nice different pattern to do that. So we have one more that way, one more that way, and then one more both ways. And hopefully that'll make it a bit easier to clad if I can. But I'm going to wait again until the kitchen's in, the unit's in, because this one now was a 6-foot unit's in. Then I might only have to do this little bit, and there might still be room for a bit of a splashback tile as well, a row of tiles that I can put in there straight onto the plywood. As you can see, it's started splitting and things like that. Not to worry about that end, because obviously we're going to have the wall and the frame built at that end. But some of these haven't managed to sort of nudge up at all, and you can see there's a bit of a crack. I'll put a few more screws in a minute, and I can't really bash it anymore. But I think once that's got things on it and had a bit of dye on it, then it'd be quite nice. But it's certainly looking more log cabiny now. I really like it. So I've just done a quick coat of the decking stain. I'm going to do all the same colour in here for now, just to give it a bit of protection. Just that I don't know when I'm going to be in the mood again to do it again, so I thought if I quickly coat what I can see as I move things around, and at least it's work in progress, isn't it? Right, so I've got halfway down the wall with the dye, with the wood stain. I don't want to do any more because it's nearly time for us to go to bed. It won't get dry in time. I'm going to give the cat some attention now because it's been such a hot day. It's a lot hotter with these windows open. And I've just been measuring how long 6 foot is in here, because the stag unit would be 6 foot, so it would go from wherever the poles are going to go for the back of the door. So it can go from there, and 6 foot goes all the way to halfway to where I wanted the log burner to go up. So it only leaves a little bit of space for log burner. So this is why I was thinking about having a log burner on top of the kitchen cabinet and going up that way, and then a wood store on the end, which would mean pushing the kitchen up this way a little bit more, and having the log burner go up like that. I have got a small one that would go on that. Oh, I could buy a new little square one, which I've been looking at, because then I could have a square log burner next to my cooker. So 2 forms of cooking, and then the sink would be down that bottom end, and where all the water's going to be pumped up, which can be the centre section to work on. But again, we'll work with all that as it happens. Obviously I've got to get it in first and get this one out. You see, I've got all this mess to sort out and put away and find homes for. But tools I could put under my bed. So I forget I've got underbed storage now. So I've got to get a couple of handles fitted onto the divan base, onto the bed base. And that'll be able to allow me to put some storage in there, which will help a heck of a lot. But it's coming on really nicely. Flowers won't stay there. I've got to find somewhere to hang the flowers up. I've got a phone charger coming through there from the leisure battery. So I want to put a corner shelf in there. I've just seen some really pretty cat design corner shelves, but I can't really afford to do it. So I think if I just get a normal corner shelf there. I'm not sure actually what I'm going to do, because I did want to have a TV or something on there, or a shelf to put my iPad on, but I've also, if I'm sitting this way round, I can put a little shelf on the end of there. So I've got to find 2 small shelves, one for the phone to charge and one for my iPad to sit on there, so I can sit in bed here and watch a TV on the laptop or whatever. So that's what I've got to find now, because we've got the box shelves on order and it's coming together nicely. The cats are outside at the moment. They're crazy. What are you doing, Chief? Connie? Having a mad moment. It's insulated in here, but in the cat section it's quite warm because it's not insulated. So it's very warm in there. So I've also got to get around to doing that. I'll put lots of curtains and things up, which I've got on the way, to make sure they've got nice and cool. These two playing. We're working so hard this weekend on Grace. In much time, I've had to get Mischief's Twizzler out, which keeps mooing at me, so we can play chase and make her jump in the air and everything in here. I literally have to sit on the bed and let her catch her feather. But yeah, it's excuse the mess on the floor. It's going to come on nicely. Just got everything away now. I just realised this space here for me to sit in the hallway, nice and cool, rather than on the edge and watch the cats. Just enough room for my feet to sit down on a cushion. I can't do the sun. Got a nice bit of fresh air coming through. Caveman's in the front. He says he's not bothered about coming out, as his Bentley's gone to bed in there as well now. So this is the end of Easter Day, Easter Sunday now. So tomorrow is Easter Monday, Bank Holiday Monday, and I suppose I'll have to do a bit more tidying and see if I can get back outside on some more hot air gunning, but no I don't. So I tell you, I have to get the kitchen packed away, ready to pick up the big unit. Connie Tangled, other way, back up. Connie Tangled, Connie Tangled. Anyway, that'll be no doubt another vlog for you to see what happens next. Bye for now.